links are kind of the backbone of the web. Without links, we wouldn't really be able to move around websites. We wouldn't be able to navigate. So links are kind of the primary interaction style that we're used to using on the web. So when it comes to links, we can create those in HTML very easily. So a link inside of HTML is also called an A tag or an anchor. So I'm going to, let's say I want to link to GitHub's website. So I'm going to write some text here. Go to GitHub. So here's the text. And when I view this in the browser, I want this piece of text to be a link. So the way I do that is I surround it in an anchor tag like that. So the A tag is for linking to different locations. So if I open this up in my browser, you can see, here we go, but it's not clickable yet. It's not special in any way. And that's because we haven't actually assigned a location yet. So a lot of tags have things called attributes, and we've used attributes before. Right here we have the charset one, which we used quickly, but I didn't really delve into what they are. So on the opening tag of an element, you can create an attribute by putting a space after the tag name, and then you write the name of the attribute. So all tags have some sort of attributes associated with them. Each attribute or each tag has a different series of attributes. So for the A tag, we have an attribute called href, and that stands for hypertext reference, or where you want the link to go. So an attribute is always a space followed by some sort of word, followed by an equals sign, followed by quotation marks. Though these are specifically straight quotes, and they can be double or single. It's up to you. I prefer double, as do most HTML developers. So in here, what I have to do is I need to put the URL for the page I want to link to. So go https://github.com. So I've done that. Go back to my browser and refresh, and you can see here is my link. And by default, browsers underline them, but that's CSS, and we'll deal with that later. So now I have this link, and I click on it, and it will take me to GitHub's website, which is taking too long to load. But there we go. So I created a link. So I've linked to another website. When I'm linking to another website, I have to have the HTTP part in there. But let's say I wanted to link to another page. Maybe I want to link to my index page. So I'll put my ahref in here like this. And I'll say link to home. Now all I need to do is to link to another page that's inside my website is just name the actual file like that. So index.html. I go into my browser and refresh. Now when I click on home, you can see it takes me to the home page. So we have external links that must have the HTTP in front of them, and we have internal links that do not have HTTP in front of them. So let's do another kind of link here. In my folder, let's say I have another folder. Let's call it dinosaurs. And inside of that, I'm going to make another HTML file. So make a new file in my dinosaurs folder called trex.html. If we look at how my folder structure is set up, I have my links HTML right here. Then I have a folder called dinosaurs, and in there is another HTML file which I just created called trex. So on my links page, I want to create a link that links into trex. Now, if I was to type just trex.html, that's not going to work because the trex.html is not in the same location as my links file. So I'll go show that to you. I can click trex and you can see it can't find it. Because if we look at the URL right here, you'll notice that we're inside of my HTML elements folder, but we're not inside of the dinosaurs folder, which is where the trex.html is. So in here, we need to specify dinosaurs/trex. So we're in our links website right here, or our links file right here. We need to go into the dinosaurs folder, and in there we'll find the trex. So I'll refresh and try again. There you go. We can now get to our T-Rex. Let's say I'm in T-Rex and I want to go back to the home page. So ahref equals there, home. So in our links example, we just typed index to go to our home page. So I'm going to put that in here, change this to index. Now I'll go into my browser. Here's my home link. And if I click on it, it doesn't work. Now, if you look up at the URL, because URLs are so important, you can see it's trying to find the index inside of the dinosaurs folder. But if we look here, our index is not in the dinosaurs folder. It's outside of the dinosaurs folder. So for our trex.html, we need to go out of the folder we're currently in, and that's where we can find our index. So to go out of a folder, it's .. So this means the ... right here means go out of the folder you're currently in. So we'll do that. We'll go back here and refresh. Now when we click home, you can see it works. And if you look at the URL, the dinosaurs folder is gone. So let's do one more. Inside of my dinosaurs folder here, let's make another folder. Let's call it plant eaters. Now in there, I'm going to make a brand new file. Let's call it Dipla. Now I'm going to go with stegosaurus.html. I definitely spelled that wrong. Let me go rename it. So inside of my Stegosaurus here, I need to also link things. So let's start with our H1, Stegosaurus. So let's start on our links page. I want to link into the Stegosaurus page. So I'll go ahref like this, Stegosaurus. Now here, so if we look at our folder structure, you can see that the stegosaurus.html file is inside of a folder called plant eaters, which is inside of a folder called dinosaurs. And our link is right here. So in order to get to Stegosaurus, we need to go into dinosaurs, then into plant eaters, and then we'll find Stegosaurus. So the link here would be dinosaurs, that's the first folder, / plant eaters. So we go into the dinosaurs folder, then we go into the plant eaters folder, and then we go / Stegosaurus. So let's go to my browser here, go back to my links page, and if I click Stegosaurus, there you go. You can see up here, we're going into dinosaurs, then into plant eaters, and then into Stegosaurus. So let's go look at our Stegosaurus folder here, our Stegosaurus file. So let's start with, I want to link to the T-Rex. So if we look at our folder structure, here's Stegosaurus. It's inside the plant eaters folder, and T-Rex is outside of the plant eaters folder. So that means we need to go out of plant eaters to find T-Rex. So we would go .. which is going out of our plant eaters folder, and then we can just find T-Rex there. Now, let's say we wanted to link back to our home page. If we look at our folder again, so our home page is right here, index. So in order to get to Stegosaurus, we have to go into the dinosaurs folder, then into the plant eaters folder, and that's where Stegosaurus is. So if we want to work back, our Stegosaurus is here, so we have to go out of one folder to get to here, and out of another folder to get to here. So that means we have to go out of two folders. So .. that's one folder, .. that's another folder, and then we can find our index.html. So let's go check that out. Right here, if I press T-Rex, you can see I go out of the folder, I can get to that, and then I go home, and I can get back to the home page of my website. So we have, when it comes to links, we have external links, which require HTTPS, and internal links, which we just refer to the files in our website using either folders or .. So we go in and out of our folders in our website.